Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Are we
Hello.
back? Hello.
I think
Yep.
we are.
Back and unmuted. Okay. So I think that last we left off, I was simply explaining that for Ember, home for her is a lot more about who she's with than it is where she's at. Because she can experience people in much more deeper ways than she can experience places. But yeah, that's what she's looking for. And then to ourselves, we're going to take a moment and answer the question for our respective characters, not necessarily our kith. Where's my home?
Who wants to go first?
I mean, we're saying it to ourselves. It's not open.
Oh, okay, cool.
This is more of a realigning. Take this moment to like reattune yourself to what this character views as home.
And I'm assuming it's okay if that changes on the way.
Yeah, because your character will change, which is why I'm thinking it's a cool idea to just reassess, when you're done with traveling and you arrive at a new place, as a player, really thinking about, has home changed for my character? Or do they still want the same thing out of a home? But keep that question in mind as squares.
Ah,
So paragraph.
I'm going to read my book.
Yeah.
Okay. The noble king of Iron Mane ruled a glass kingdom through a golden age. An old blacksmith, an expert in his craft, a jealous father. The blacksmith's daughter, a passionate student of her craft. The king fell in love, seeing her passion for her craft and hoping to catch some for himself. The blacksmith's daughter did not feel the same. The king made a circlet of gold and precious jewels for his one-sided love. The blacksmith's daughter saw her words held no value to the king, and she reciprocated in kind, smashing the priceless crown upon the cobblestone. The king, desperate for the feelings he believes she will learn, steals her away to the castle. The blacksmith, enraged by the king's audacity, creates an army of metal soldiers to take his daughter back. A war waged for eons, so long that the only evidence left standing is an abandoned castle and the occasional animatronic, a skeleton of what was before.
Chilling.
Nice.
Very nice.
We like it.
Short stories are fun.
We love that. Yeah.
All right.
wrote
All
a
right.
really,
All right.
Creepy short story once about macaroni and cheese.
I actually wrote a short story. It has a specific word count that you've got to meet for it to be a short story. But I submitted it to a publication magazine for a contest.
Oh, cool.
It's called A Life in the Day.
Instead of a day in the life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I still have it if anyone is ever interested in reading it. Anyway,
Post it somewhere.
we find ourselves arriving at Cleargate. I'm just going to get us kicked off. I'm going to get us kicked off with an interesting question, and I'm going to ask the whole party. Describe for me something that Ember is seeing or essentially experiencing for the first time entering the town. Marveling at something that, quote, no one has ever seen before. I like to ask this one of you guys because it's harder.
Because you can't see.
I want to do it.
I'm fine with it. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Shoot your shot.
All of the individual lights that make everything so colorful all have a different temperature and feel, which as she goes through the different colors and different spots all through the town, they all give a slightly different temperature, giving the air texture.
That's genius.
Thank you.
The idea of the air having texture is equal parts beautiful and terrifying.
Mm,
Like, imagine walking through the store and it feeling like cotton.
Oh my gosh.
Breathing and having the texture of water, but not actual water. So you're only imagining that you're drowning.
But what's cool is that it's different because, like,
Because it's little small patches of that texture.
a
I
mixed
like it.
bag, if you will.
So I'm gonna give myself a token for that.
Do it.
All right. And how does it look? We're all rolling into Cleargate, our second location as a party. Led
It's
here primarily by
well, I let you know.
Whisper and Ember, as they traveled, one leading during the day and the other one at night, as traveling permitted.
Bless you, whoever that was.
I think that was Editor Worm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rip.
I like
let
to
me bring this back. Hold on.
I like to imagine that we're arriving around like midday, like right as like the sun is catching all of the different glassworks, and like the street is just kind of like lit up in all different colors.
Instead of the streets being paved with gold, they're like littered with crystals of multiple colors, but it's just the light of stained glass and wind chimes being reflected on the ground.
Exactly.
It is very distracting. Ginger is everywhere at once.
Just bouncing.
My God, so many lights. That one's pink.
And Rose is kind of like trying to keep track of Ginger's movements, just like her head like bobbing like back and forth, trying to like keep up with you. Meanwhile, Taryn's like looking at her and realizes the cloak that she's been wearing this whole time no longer reaches past her ankles. She's getting taller.
Aw.
I like to think that you sneeze, just a small sneeze.
That's you.
It's right up there. You have this moment where like it'd be the equivalent for us if we say like someone born in 2002 can legally drink right now.
Oh God.
That's my younger brother. He's the baby.
But you're having this moment where you're like, huh. I like it. I like it a lot. What's Green Sky and Keen Rain doing? How's the weather treating you?
the weather, it's doing hell to Keen Rain's fur, but Green
He
Sky
prefers the
is
nights.
Green Sky is not even noticing the weather.
Ooh, I thought of something.
Oh yeah.
Listening.
So during the nighttime, Ginger has these like really warm scarves, but during the daytime, she swaps them out for silk scarves.
Oh, okay.
And they catch the wind.
Mm-hmm.
You look like those fashion models they used to hire to advertise airplanes.
But sometimes if there's too much wind, it's just a flag.
You're the flagpole. Fly the colors. Nice. All right. Let me pull open this so I can view things correctly.
Francisco's got like a white fedora. Just feels right.
Milady.
All that nonsense earlier. There we go.
Oh, is Kenku back?
Hi,
Yep.
Kenku.
It died.
Oh.
Poor little guy.
Yeah. I need to find some more music if you guys want to help with that, so that we can listen to more than just this one track on repeat.
Forever.
I don't really notice it. Really, I don't notice it. I don't notice that it's the same track. To be fair,
It's perfect background music.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna become nostalgic to this game specifically.
I already think of it. Sometimes I'm like, Wanderhome, and I'll start hearing this song in my head.
Mhm. I have a question. Are there any moths flying around?
I imagine that there's not a ton flying around. They tend to keep lower to the ground, both because of the risk of wind as well as potential lightning strike. So you see them like walking around. They've kind of like got kind of like how we have bike lanes on major
Mhm.
streets. They have moth lanes.
I'm gonna look over at everyone and be like, all right, Francisco, I'm gonna remember this time. I'm gonna go check in. Let's go follow the moths.
Oh,
can
did you
I come?
replace the Did you replace
Yes.
that letter?
So I replaced the letter, but I went ahead and just wrote it down, but I'm gonna play it up that I get it when we get there.
All right, makes sense. Well,
Yes, where would I be without my deputy?
if you guys want to go and do that real quick, Keen Rain and Green Sky, would you guys like to help us find some lodging for our stay?
Oh, more than happy to help with that.
Well, we'll go around searching. If you need us, shouldn't be too hard to find us.
All right, I'll keep an eye on the girls.
The girls.
Girls' night.
And
The
Francisco.
girls' room.
We're actually
Francisco.
pretty evenly split because we've got
San Francisco.
in party A 2 he hims, a she her, and 2 they thems. But then in the other one we have 2 he hims, 2 she hers, and that's it.
Mhm.
So pretty evenly split, all things considered. All right. Shall we allow Ginger to do her job first?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Ginger, you can take the reins. What does it look like?
Boop, 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 boop. So, all of the moths are kind of like shuffling in an orderly fashion on the
I
left
also imagine they're
side.
like skywalks. So there's like raised,
Oh yeah.
like a raised pillar, or what do you call those? Almost
Kind of
like,
like a gutter.
no, I'm thinking like how we have power lines that stretch
Mhm.
across the electric poles.
Mm-hmm.
They have basically the same thing, but they're tiny bridges that
Mhm.
just go between all of these poles all around the town.
Ah,
So there's like
And-
catwalks, basically.
moth walks.
Moth walks.
I love that. Rose, you ever seen a moth walk?
No, they're usually flying.
Look at it. Look at them. Look at, you can see their little legs from here.
Oh my gosh, look at them go.
Okay, we have to follow them. They'll take us to work. It's really nice. It's very convenient.
Aye aye.
Or
Can
they'll
you
take
roll?
us to
Can you
some
roll a
random-
d6 for me?
Or they'll take us to a random destination. Who knows?
You'll have to grab one from the tower. Oh
No!
god.
I'm sorry.
You rolled it all right.
Eh. Nat 6.
Nice. It did in fact bring you to the moth tower.
Oh wow, I can't believe that worked.
You also crit, so roll damage.
Emotional damage. That's the only damage we inflict in this game.
Only damage. Yep.
But it's significant when it happens.
God. All right, awesome. We made it. Now it's this giant glass tower with all of these little holes like haphazardly placed, which looks like it's haphazard, but like a moth tender would know that they definitely put a lot of thought into this and didn't just let the moths figure it out on their own. Respect the moths.
Respect them.
Respect them.
Put some respect on their names.
All right, I'm gonna look down at Rose. All right, you got your pin?
Right here.
Nice. I kind of like shift my pin around, make sure it's I do a little spit shine. All right, ready for work. I confidently walk into the building.
She
I
like
have
does
an
like a little
idea.
salute behind you, and then like like high steps in with you.
Get out of the way.
Damn, all right.
I'm gonna go through my bag and see if I have anything for this particular area. I don't think I have anything to report, but this is a busy place, so I'm gonna check to see if they have anything that needs to get delivered. I explain this to Rose. First thing we do is see if we need to get rid of anything. And then after that, we pick up more stuff. We pick up more stuff.
I'll pretend like I didn't hear it.
You love stuff.
I love stuff.
Don't tell your father figure.
What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Isn't he traveling with
Alright.
you guys?
I imagine he like.
So
he, like,
Ginger
saw,
did
like,
not
the-
turn around once. She has no idea if he is there or not.
I imagine he's like kind of like standing outside the building, just kind of like arms folded.
All right, I gotta figure out who. Does anyone want to?
I am making a kith.
Oh,
Ooh, there we
nice.
go. Yeah, we gotta start adding some in here. Can't have
I
a
lean
town that
heavily
no one
on
lives
the front
in.
counter.
Is there like a little bell?
Oh yes, of course. There's a bell. I pick up Rose to ring the bell.
Ding.
Nice. Girl, pretty soon you're gonna go pro.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
How does that ring to Taryn when she says that?
He smirks a little bit and silently like he like to himself he like does like a little like a prayer to no one, just like, God, I hope so. God, I hope it's that simple.
So as we're waiting for someone to come out, I'm gonna look down at Rose and like turn around to show her stuff and then realize that Taryn has been there the whole time. Hey.
Yep.
She's doing great.
Oh, I see it.
Anyway.
Gives a knowing squint.
Kind of like pokes her fingers together. Okay. So over there is where
as
the
you
responsible
point over there
citizens-
to a yonder door, it flies open.
Oh.
And you see a big pair of ears wander through the what do you call them? Counter that you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And then step onto like some step stools that are right by each of the quote desk locations to standing at her height where she can see over the fence. You've seen, I imagine that as we've seen a couple Fennec foxes running around, we realize that this one is particularly short.
Ginger thinks she's whispering, but you can clearly hear her whisper to Rose, wow, her ears might be bigger than yours.
To which Rose chuckles a little bit.
Hello, ma'am. I'm here to report.
All right, what's your name? Quick now.
Ginger.
No, Ginger. All right, I'll write this down on a piece of paper. And then what are you here to do?
I'm here to see if you have any letters that need delivering.
Oh, you're one of the moth tenders. Okay.
Yes,
Go ahead and
ma'am.
step onto the back here. I'm going to bring you to the back. We got a couple of letters that are going to need delivering to the local area, but there's one in particular that we're not being able to find its person. So we're going to need someone that's going to be out in the field.
Ah, I see. I love the field. Rose, I'll be right back. I don't think you're actually allowed to go back in this one.
Okay.
She stops for a moment and adjusts her. She's got those like old lady half circle spectacles that are like hanging off the end of her nose, but with like the long chain.
So
She sort of pushes them up. And she goes, "Is that a deputy badge I see? Seems like she's able to go back here if you want."
Ah, nice. I do like a backwards high five for Rose. I don't see her.
And she like hops up to catch it.
Nice.
All right, come on back here this way. I'll be right with you, sir. She yells out to Taryn, who is standing at the back. All right, follow me. And she
don't worry
runs
about it.
inside before you even say anything.
Okay.
Oh, we're booking it. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
All right, we got a lot of letters here, and I'm basically
Well,
the
like,
only person that's
womp,
the
womp.
lead. We've got about 2 other moth tenders that are actually here locally, and a lot of the other ones are really passing
Oh,
through.
I'm going to kind of tap her shoulder. I can tell you're talking, but I don't know what you're saying.
She gives you like
I need to be able to see your mouth.
You wait. She squints harder.
I kind of wiggle my ears.
Oh,
These are just decoration.
got it. All right. And she starts walking backwards so that she's in front of you, and she's pointing out where everything is. Okay, the moths live up above, and over to the right here, we got additional letters. Over to the left, we got packages. Both of them are sorted by location. We have local and abridged. Then as far locations. I'm not going to give you one of those. We have people that are coming to pick up those on a big caravan later. There's one package all the way here at the back, and she turns around, runs to grab it, and then turns back around, standing where she picked it up. This one right here. And this was the package that you said that you were going to find here. So what is it?
It is a book. I don't know this, but it has dangerous and explicit information.
So it looks like it would be large tome shaped. Like large. Like, I don't know. Have you guys seen those like King James Bibles that are like 1.5 foot by 1 foot by like 6 inches?
Yeah.
Just massive, would kill a person if you dropped it from a tall building tomes.
These are like an entire village shares this book.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is wrapped. It's that size, but it is completely wrapped in paper and sealed with a wax seal that shows some sort of house symbol, but you can't tell like who it was for or anything like that. Just some basic information that the person who dropped it off gave to our frantic fox here, who is now relaying that information to you. So you know roughly where this package should go. And you know that its contents are sensitive, hence the need for the seal, and that it should never be broken.
Aye, ma'am. Do not break the seal.
All
I'm
right.
gonna. I have a.
You have anything else to drop off here?
I have a special compartment in my bag that I put it in so that it I have a little snap button on there so it's safe. Nope. I checked before we came in. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to drop off at this specific location.
So you've been around the park. You know that you're supposed to check that before you walk in. Take notes, kid. That's a very important step.
I'm always right.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else for you to do here, you can go ahead and make your way out the back to the front. I'm going to go take care of that bear that I saw. And she's ran past you and has simply gone to the desk and be like, "All right, bear, what can I do for you?"
Come
Come on, I don't have all day. There's only one of me here right now.
So
I'm
she's
just here to supervise the kid.
Oh, a fellow supervisor, I see. You got to send some things to your employees.
Hey Rose.
No, you don't understand. I'm supervising the girl,
Oh, is this your
my
kid?
ward.
Well, she's very adorable. You take care of her, okay? I'll remember your face if you don't. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head back to the back. Ring the bell if you guys need anything. You guys can go ahead and head out now. Bye. And she's gone.
Shoo.
There is a unspoken rule that there is a general break room in the back that always has snacks, and Ginger has an innate ability of always being able to tell where that is, even if she's never been there before.
No, jeez.
That
So,
was Jewel, by the way, is what name I gave her.
Ooh, I like that. So as Jewel was talking to Ross, I'm sorry, as Jewel was talking to Taryn, I looked over at the Discord, so I got that. Ginger took Rose back there and was like, we're just gonna take one little snack. I mean, we're doing such a good job today. We're doing Moth's work.
Breaking character.
Ginger loves a good snack.
Oh, it's a nice temperate day. You know, good breeze. It's not hot. It's
Somehow-
like a mid to high 70s. So not terribly hot for like a desert. Very chill for a desert, relatively speaking, but extremely warm for winter. But
Ginger
we
and
do
Rose
realize
with
that
donuts.
The dice tower.
Oh. What do we realize?
I see what you're doing.
No.
It's going to get
I got
dark
one.
very fast. I unlocked
It's
the
gonna
whole
get
stack.
what?
How does it
And
wind
when
up?
it gets dark.
How does it wind up in the windmill?
Magic is how as it gets dark it's going to get cold. I say that as a transition to the other party.
Whoa.
What are you guys up to? And me.
Oh.
We are simply rooting around trying to find an inn or tavern of some kind here. And Green Sky is actually keeping an eye out, as there was some talk of a smithy with a familiar name. He's keeping eyes peeled for that person's place of business. Wondering if they beat them here or anything.
I think navigating this place is a bit tricky. I don't think everyone here has played Warframe, have you?
I have.
Oh, I have, yeah.
I haven't
So
played it, but I know what you're talking about.
Do you know the location that is the city portion of the Plains of Eidolon, and it kind of has the tapestries all over it?
Mm-hmm.
Navigating this place is like navigating that place for the first time without a map,
Oh, Jesus.
where everything kind of looks the same
Yeah.
with only slight distinctions, and you're really having to identify it by I passed that person earlier. It's all beautiful, but it's so equally beautiful everywhere that you're like, geez, was that the last thing I saw? Is there more than one?
That's so lost there. That's a great descriptor.
But as you are traveling through, you do see a number of guards. They are noted by their shields. None of them wear swords. They only are wearing a shield and maybe a breastplate. But it is a show of armor that is not common. So you do see some guards running patrols here and there. They all seem to be of the big cat variety of some sense. And I get the feeling that if you wanted to ask directions, they'd probably know the area.
The tea sip.
Whiskey and Coke, but yeah. It's like tea. It's the same color.
Kind of surprised I haven't been accosted for Bob. Sir. Motioning to one of the guards.
He kind of rubs his eyes. He was resting himself against the wall. His buddy was talking, but he was kind of like staring off in the distance. And he gives it stretch. How can I help you?
We are looking for accommodations for my beetle if needed, but resting accommodations for my troop. Does math eight strong now? Kind of looks to Keen for confirmation.
Hold on. Green Sky, Keen Rain, Rose, Taryn, Ginger, Francisco, Ember. Technically, we're only 7, but if you count the Firefly and the many-faced, small, and forgotten god, then it becomes 9.
Okay,
but
so
they're
7.
kind of like extras.
Yeah,
I have a tiny god as well.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we are technically at 10.
but more like 7.
Whoa! I just learned something I didn't know before.
It's her
You didn't know
glasses.
about my tiny god? Yeah, her name is Peaches. If I'm
The
behind
glasses,
yeah. If I'm behind you and you're trying to get my attention, if you say Peaches, she'll flutter, and that gets my attention.
That's adorable.
Yes. So, sorry, 7 folk.
So 7 folk and some pets.
Yes.
All right. We actually watch the caravans at night. Caravans pass through here sometimes, traveling from neighboring towns, as well as from a few crazy folk that go into the castle and try to get some things. We have a kind of transitory area on the outside of town. If you travel basically in a straight line down this road, you'll reach the edge of town. You're going to turn left and circle around the town for a bit. You'll eventually hit the encampment. And it's kind of like, I imagine it's like an RV park where it's a lot of tents that they form little huddles of tents, often around maybe 1 or 2 beetles per huddle. But there are other peddlers in this area that also, traveling through, they'll be set up in their own little encampments on the outside of town. So it's a little less official and well built than
Silver Spring.
Silver Spring. But it has this literally it's just an outside of the area. You're outside of the tax brackets technically. You can perform your free trade as you please, and then enter town if you need to. And it's monitored by guards that just are there to really keep theft in check. And you imagine that since you haven't noticed this in other towns, it must kind of be a big deal. But yeah, those are the directions. There is a basically beetle RV park on the outskirts of town where caravans and similar parties travel through and can park there for their stays for however long they need to. It is the transitory portion of the town.
Thank you, good sir. And begin walking.
Yeah, no problem. And he goes back to listening to his friend who took the opportunity to grab some water and just refuel. Ember is kind of just walking in tow. Whisper has attached itself to Bob and is kind of just resting there. So Ember is kind of following Bob around by extension. She tends to keep one hand on his hindquarters to ensure that she doesn't lose him or walk into him.
He's kind of big.
Did we say that the castle always has like clouds overhead?
It
Yes.
not only always has clouds overhead, but those skies are churning and there's lightning drops. It's almost,
you know what it
I
looks
imagine
like?
it's rare to not feel the rumble of thunder.
It looks
Yeah.
like that castle in one of the Zelda games.
Ganondorf's
Probably in a
castle.
lot of the Zelda.
Probably a lot of the
That's fair.
Zelda games.
games.
Yeah,
It's
Most
a
of
Zelda
them.
castle.
That gives me the vibe though, you know, where it's just that one
Hyrule
circle of
castles,
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think what she's specifically calling out is Ocarina of Time.
Yes. Thank you.
That makes sense.
Which turned 25, by the way.
Ugh.
God dang it, Foxy! Why'd you do that?
Old. Shriveling
yeah.
up and dying now. Goodbye. Whoosh.
Ember is feeling nervous. She's in a new place, and she can't shake this unsteady feeling that something is nearby because she can always feel the thunder barely rumbling beneath her feet, but she can never tell where it's coming from. In addition to like the sand being slightly unsteady. So she feels very nervous and unable to like catch her footing at times, which is why she like is more particularly in on Bob than she ever was.
I'm
Kinda got her
imagining that
racked a
like
little bit.
I'm imagining that like as you're like passing some of the streets, you see one really old lion who looks homeless and is just like ranting and raving. The clouds! Look at the clouds!
He's wearing a classic barrel instead of clothes.
And they're like, Carl, the clouds have been like that for years.
It's an omen. Something bad's gonna happen soon. I just know it.
The Iron Uprising.
Go to
Beware.
bed, Carl.
Beware.
Take a nap.
Ember is visibly shaken at the prospect of whatever the Iron Uprising is and is taking him at his words. Not being able to see how like crazy he looks. She's like, oh geez, there must be a prophet.
Beware the groove.
The groove.
The groove. Yeah.
Good old, that's an underrated movie in my mind.
It's
one of my
Too
favorites.
many people
Yeah.
have not seen that movie.
Yes.
That one and Treasure Planet.
I love
God,
Treasure Planet.
yeah.
You know
Another
which
one of my
one?
favorites.
Hold on. Sinbad.
Yeah.
That was so
movie.
good.
That movie has such incredible bisexual energy.
Mhm.
Honestly. Eris, best
Specifically.
villain ever. Eris, goddess of chaos. My first D&D character was basically inspired by her.
Love that.
I love that at the end, Sinbad was so dumb that he won.
Well, actually, he won by accident, but he definitely called her out on it. And he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
he's like, why aren't you? You can't. Anyway, to avoid spoilers, back into the game. So, Ross,
Yes.
I'm expecting a crazy Kith sheet.
Working on it.
Where
Kiss
do we want to
sheets.
put the camera? We're gonna focus the camera on you this time, so we can
Oh,
see how
no.
you make the character.
Now everyone's gonna be staring at me. Okay.
Look at it.
I already
Look at it.
said old
Look at it.
lion.
I want all of you to look at it.
Yes.
Great
Uh,
Mouse Detective. That's what I was trying to remember.
Ooh, good movie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we need Traits, yes. Gotta pull up the traits thing on my PDF. Boop. Okay. Since we already kind of have a feel for at least how this guy is acting, I'm thinking that we definitely go for a traumatized trait.
Mhm.
All right. So we have a lot of options: cautious, empty, frantic, furious. Frantic, by the way, of the we had one for the kith I just made, Jewel. She has frantic, which is a traumatized trait.
Mm.
Furious, grieving, hurt, lost, nervous, starving, dead, heroic, and royal. And
Look at
I just
nervous.
what if he's nervous but used to be royal?
You think it was like
Ooh, but no one believes him.
Like
a duke?
he was a named royal, like a duke or something like that, but from a time where that doesn't matter. He's just a part of that lineage. Like technically, by all accounts, he is royalty, but it hasn't bought him anything to do so. So he doesn't have any of the traits of being royal, but I'm imagining that that's where he's getting this weird like feeling that the world's gonna end.
Royalty of a fallen kingdom.
Mhm, mhm.
People do what they can to keep him fed, but he's just too crazy to like stay anywhere for too long.
All right. Can always do.
So
So we
nervous, and I'm thinking
worry about something you don't have control over for sure.
Oh yeah.
what if he is nervous but still oracular?
Define oracular.
An oracular kith can see the future, for better or for worse. They are often venerated sages, enigmatic gods, and stargazers, among others.
I like it.
So, like, there's technically some truth to what he's saying, but it might be a truth that's not even in his lifetime type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But it means that he still has this ability to see short-term truths for those that do listen to it.
I like that.
And I want to give him the two traits of make a vague and unclear reference to something that hasn't happened yet as his first, and then the other one is say I told you so.
Hmm, I feel like that's going to be relevant.
This is
I
basically a
feel-
crazy version of my D&D character when Zana did a one-shot.
Mm.
And my
Okay.
character was like, saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Like, as predicted.
Wait, so what?
So oracular and nervous. So worry about something you don't have control over.
Mhm.
Make vague and unclear references to something that hasn't happened yet. And if you
Yeah.
use 2 lines per each one, you can probably fit the full sentence.
You're probably right.
That one shot, by the way, available on the team's YouTube page.
Whoa.
You can see us absolutely wreck a vampire.
Strahd.
He got wrecked.
He
It was
did.
bad.
A halfling roundhouse kicked a zombie in full plate armor.
Two zombies
Two zombies.
yeah.
at the same time.
And they weren't really zombies. They were like mostly dead, previously sent in adventurers.
Isn't that just the definition of a zombie?
It's semantics.
Not in the butt.
That's not. There we go.
I do like the idea of limiting the kith to about 3 things, because A, it doesn't make them like too much, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But it also allows us to do this where we can put 2 lines per item, essentially. Make vague and unclear references to something that hasn't happened yet. And then the other one is say I told you so. Say, quote, I told you so. Anyway, this guy sounds fun.
You need help with your chemistry? God. Our science teacher was very weird.
Science
Was a
teacher.
very weird man.
Your chemistry teacher.
Yes. He would put one leg up on a chair next to you so his crotch was right at your face level, and he would lean in and be like, "You need any help?" I'd be
That's
like,
very
"No.
weird.
No, I don't."
Especially not from you, sir.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm okay."
How about you leave right now?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Atlas said that if he even made the pose near you, you'd be like, we had a chemistry teacher.
Yeah, we actually brought that up one time when we were in an acting class and we were doing improv, and we cracked up so hard, and everyone was like, "I don't know what's happening, but I guess it's funny."
Some people have an infectious laugh like that.
They do.
Like Ross.
Yeah.
What? Hello?
You and your laugh.
No.
It's too cute.
He called me cute. Oh god. He said the C word.
Kawaii.
I feel like his name is
Kawaii.
Roland.
Hmm?
His name is Roland in my head.
Ooh.
And there it is. There's the thing right there. So
Rolling, 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 rolling.
Roland and Roland.
didn't delete the rest of it. Oh my gosh.
Roland and
It
Roland.
was just like Kith
he's a
name here,
lion.
Roland, Kith name here. God.
Oh, are you editing that now? There we go.
There we go. It's good.
Oh, and I like to edit this other bit here so that it'll say crazy profit. So now if you hover over it long enough, it'll actually say what he is. It's mostly useful for when we're in the scroll and need to find somebody.
Ah, I see.
So details. He can kind of see the future. And then I guess in quotes, what did we call it? The Iron Uprising?
Yes.
Yeah.
Iron Uprising, asterisk, may or may not be true.
May or may not happen for the next 500 years.
So we were putting that under details?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at us. Look at us. We like it.
Mhm.
Oh, what else did we say? He was like previous noble.
Yes.
Previous like Duke or something, yeah.
Mhm.
It's, yeah, once. Eh. I don't know why that's capitalized.
I thought you missed the period.
It's for
The period
dramatic
I put there,
purposes.
yeah.
Nice.
And I haven't. Wait. Oh my god. There we go. Just and kinda. Instead of can. Alright, he's real.
Is he though?
All right, Roland. Do you have anything else to do with him, or shall I put him away for now?
I mean, unless you want him to chase you down the street. I think
So we're putting him away right now.
Wow, confiscating the dice. How could you?
Perfect timing, right? Because I'm like forcibly taking something from you, right?
No, this one's mine.
Ross,
Yes.
or Taryn, I should say,
Yeah.
and Ginger.
Hmm?
Where's Rose?
Well, she was
Oh.
right. Shit. She was right behind me.
She got caught up looking at all the stained glass windows that we were passing by, and she just kind of like stopped to stare at one, and we didn't notice. And I'm yeah, what do you think it is of?
Oh, I was just saying that Ginger was probably just chatting aimlessly about whatever random work thing she thinks would be totally interesting to Rose, but not actually looking at her, just assuming that she's behind her. Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I've been
like
thinking about maybe making little shoes. That'd be cool, right? And like she turns around and she's like, Rose? Fuck.
She
and
is
Taryn is like
disappeared.
doing his best to like chill himself out after his sneeze attack
Sneezing
from earlier.
aggressively.
You start doing some practice breathing from your book.
Okay, we'll find her. All right, let's just go back the way we came.
Right, yeah, she's got to be there somewhere. She can't have gone far.
Ginger's gonna stretch as high up as she can to try to look over the crowd. Adult women's shoes.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, and then because I took something from you, boop.
Oh, you did.
They are tiny little lady, full-size woman shoes. You're right.
Oh,
They're not
jeez.
kid shoes. They don't look like kid shoes. I'm gonna draw a dick on one. That'll
Wow.
definitely.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say it.
Wow.
Dang, even Misfith.
Oh, they're.
You have no allies.
I bought them from the adult section of the shoe store. My mom's feet are smaller.
oh god.
I know, it's a problem. Of course, she's also like 5'3" or something.
It's okay. You're both just petite.
So you're the same size, right?
I'm 5'7", thank you.
But how high is Ginger?
Ginger's like 7 feet tall. She's about the same
You said
height
how
as
high, not how
Amber.
tall.
Oh, right, sorry. No, she quit that a long time ago.
I will break.
Like scale of 1 to 10, how high are you right now?
How's it go? Yeah, how's it going?
How high is howdy?
She did come out of her workplace with snacks.
Bravely stand with the dick shoes.
They like flop every time you like take a step.
Oh god.
Yo.
They're like
Ah.
flaccid.
Ew.
No.
Gives all new meaning to the term flip flops.
Can we please keep
No.
looking for Rose? This is important.
Please change the subject.
Keen Rain.
Yes.
You spot a little girl walk out from between some buildings.
Oh, wait, is that
You haven't seen any other bunnies in the area.
It kind of tugs on Green Sky's coat, like, Mr. Green Sky, I think I don't see Taryn. Hmm? Oh. Well, that's a problem. Let's go.
So you can correct me if I'm wrong, because this is your primary kith.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine that like she got lost and started whispering the chipper tune that she learned at the other place, but has also started crying at the prospect that she doesn't know where you are and everything looks the same. So she's like trying to keep herself upbeat, but it's not quite working.
Oh.
Oh no, you're gonna make me cry.
Ginger is bellowing Rose's name. She has no idea how loud she is. She's just trying to be as loud as possible.
Taryn is becoming panicked, and is like almost like pushing people over, trying to get through.
I'm gonna pull on the back of his shirt. Hey, hey, Taryn, she's a smart kid. I'm sure she's okay. We don't need to, possibly hurt other people for this.
But look at that
We'll
thing
find
over
her.
there.
We'll find her. It'll be okay.
Oh,
Can I
right.
give you a token?
To temporarily ease someone's pain.
Mm-hmm. Just to help them take a breath.
Is it giving or just
I think in
using?
this case, you should spend a token to provide a solution to an aspect of a material or immediate problem.
That's what I meant. Use a token.
We can't stop you from that. You can always spend the token in order to blank.
Yeah, it is one of your things.
It is
that
one
you
of
can
the
do.
only mechanics this game has.
Nice.
We must hold it sacred.
Oh my gosh, you can tilt the tokens. You can spin them.
Yes.
Ian.
I didn't know that. Anyway, I use this newfound knowledge. There. I use this token to help you take a breath so that we can focus on finding Rose without hurting people.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we got this. We can figure it out.
She's gonna be
She's
okay.
a really smart kid. You know this. You know she's a great kid.
Right. She can tell us the phases of the moon now. She's gonna be okay.
Yep. We'll find her in no time.
So
At
you
that
hear this
point-
whistling, Keen Rain. You've like Keen Rain and Green Sky go running up. Ember is kind of sticking closer to Bob, who I imagine has stayed put for the time being.
As soon as they realize as soon as they get closer and realize that it is Rose, Green Sky will let out a small whistle that Bob knows, and he perks up and starts trudging along.
Ember only loses her footing for like a moment when Bob lurches forward, but like is quick to like pull it back in and start following Bob again. As you guys approach Rose, I imagine that she's got like some tear stains on her fur, and she's like looking around, and she spots you guys and just starts sprinting and like collides into Keen Rain with this big hug. Can't say anything, it's just sniffles.
Aw.
Who is startled in the girl hugging me. What do I do? For just a moment. for just a moment before just settling into they're there.
Just
It's
the
okay.
pat,
Awkward.
pat.
Yeah, the awkward pat.
Yeah.
I can't find Taryn anywhere.
I got separated. Okay.
Place
And he starts
Is
looking
a bit
around.
confusing.
Yeah, I can see that. It's definitely, even with directions, I'm still getting a bit lost here.
I'm glad I found you guys though.
Yeah. Hmm.
And she's got these like sharp, short breaths of like, and she's trying to collect herself.
And then do we hear Ginger at all here yet?
I feel like if anyone would, Amber would with her like superior hearing.
Yeah, if we're coming up, you won't be able to mistake us because you've got you've got Ginger bellowing and then a procession of sneezing coming up behind her.
Poor Taryn is struggling to breathe.
He's fighting for his life right now.
I keep giving him different scarves to sneeze into. Steadily running out.
So yeah, I imagine that we hear it, and it's further down the street from where Rose popped out into a main street, but you guys pop out into that same main street, and you guys see it first, Ember and Bob, because they stand pretty head and shoulders above everyone else. And recognizing them and scanning the rest of the crowd, you spot, Green Sky and then Keen Rain, and you can see Rose.
It's okay. They've got her. She's over there.
Taryn immediately barrels over there, like almost like tripping over himself, and also sneezing.
And also
Ginger's
sneezing,
gonna
yes.
run behind him, kind of like, excuse me, sorry, pardon me.
Rose, where
Her
did you
ears
go? Where
like
have you been?
perk up high, and she looks around and then looks at you and sprints into your arms, not saying anything, and starts like bawling. I'm sorry, she just says over and over again.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Shh. I'm sorry. I should have been paying more attention. Actually, I have a teddy bear for this. Let me hold that.
Aww.
I will hand you back
He's home.
Rose.
This is quite the city to get lost in. Mayhap we stick together as a pack.
I'm gonna
Did
walk
something
down in front of
happen?
Rose. Oh,
Ember, who is now catching up with Bob.
Apologies for Vob running off so quickly without notice there. Wanted to try and use that to get you up here. Rose seems to have gotten separated from the others, and we found her. And now everyone else has found us.
I'm just imagining the both of them, Taryn and Rose, are just kind of like a puddle of tears.
I'm gonna let them go for a bit.
I imagine that you've like almost instinctually wrapped your shield around the other side of Rose so that she feels even more held in, both for your sake and hers. You've created this small little protective bubble.
All right, back in the Pokeball with you.
There we go, a small little adventure with only minor trauma.
Oh man, things are gonna
Hey,
get
Rose.
things are gonna get bad here.
I have
It'll
an
be
idea.
fine.
That's tomorrow, Atlas.
Oh no.
I am ready, I think. Because it's gonna be my day. It's gonna be Mace's day tomorrow.
Is there anything else that we're thinking would be cool to do? I mean, we've figured out lodging. We know where we're going to be staying, and it's
I'm
really
gonna
no
bring
problem
up
staying there.
something when I
Yes.
get a chance. I'm gonna
In
look at
character
Rose and be
or-
like, in character, yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at her and be like, okay, so here's a thought. First of all, I'm sorry I lost you. I was partially responsible, at least. I should have been paying more attention. Second, if you get lost, let's meet at the moth tower. Because wherever you are, you can follow the moths. And they always go to the same place.
Right. That sounds like a good idea. Sniffle.
They'll let you in as the #1 temporary in training. Hashtag
Hashtag deputy.
Hashtag deputy.
best deputy.
Watch yourself, Mace.
Yep.
Okay. That was just it. It felt like a safe plan.
I agree. I
Indeed.
think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Francisco looks at Ginger and goes like, the same goes for you. It was actually a trick that Francisco taught her. Whenever you're
Follow
lost,
the moths.
follow the moths.
Yeah, follow the moths is one of the things you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a thing that you can always do.
Yep. Because there have been times when fully grown adult woman Ginger has just been found sobbing down the wrong freeway while Francisco had to find her.
And Ginger's like, I won't even hear him calling for me. How will I know?
Basically, she's just looking around frantically.
I'm lost forever.
She
And
says
Francisco's
out loud.
running around yelling peaches instead of Ginger.
Mhm.
I will also take this moment to describe the stifling heat. It
Ugh.
hot.
Hit.
Every
hot.
now and then
Nailed it.
you
Take a token.
realize that as you're traveling, if you're not careful, you'll singe just a little bit of fur or skin as the light from the sun is focused into a random glass object into a beam.
Oh gods. Yes.
We are but ants.
You realize that this place is a veritable tiny death ray at all times.
I assume Ginger has been singed at least a handful of times. If I see that, I'm gonna try to make Ember aware and keep an eye out for her.
Yeah, Ember is pale.
Yeah.
I imagine that Ember at this point has gone from the semi-translucent pale to a rather stark red, and you guys are aware that she does not blush red.
She is burning.
She may or may not be silently dying so as not to inconvenience other people.
We need to get
Uh,
you
Maybe we should go
sunscreen.
inside and get a drink somewhere.
Yeah,
What
I
was
think that's a
that?
good idea.
Drink sounds nice, yeah.
Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go. Okay.
Following Bob.
And Green Sky will lead the way for Bob, and while doing so,
So
he'll
polite to silently die. It is the cat
Yeah.
way. Find a small corner and perish.
And
he
hellish.
will and Green
Hellish.
Sky will look through some of Bob's stuff, some of his stuff, and Bob here. He does have let's see, where was it? Herbals and stuff and such. So he'll look through that and find some relaxants to try and help her cope with the heat.
She needs suntan lotion. Ross
Uh,
needs relaxants.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe there is like an herbal place that would have both of those things.
This is a merchant town. It is a market.
Mhm.
I imagine if we're
Ooh.
gonna find a place that has like, it's like a tea trading company that has like
Oh
hot
yeah.
teas, cool teas, teas for all seasons.
Oh, hey Ginger.
Yes.
Why don't you try holding this? And he unstraps the shield and like hands it to you.
Am I a hero now?
Well,
Is this the
if
weight
you
of
count-
heroism?
if you count the sun as a villain,
The sun is a
then,
deadly
yeah,
laser.
you'll be
I'm gonna
protecting
lift up
Ember.
the shield. Oh, right. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. She was
yeah,
trying to like
in a way,
strike
you're
a
a
heroic
hero.
pose.
One Piece. Jeez, if we're gonna be frozen here, you better strike a heroic pose.
I love that.
I love that scene
He
too.
tries to, I love that he goes from strike a heroic pose to I'm going to chop my own legs off.
Real
in like
quick.
the same breath.
And it's only amplifying the other two's absolute fear of the situation.
Yeah, they're like, what is wrong with you? Yes.
Taking a moment. I imagine that we notice Smithers' caravan rolling into town. Would anyone like to play Smithers?
Ooh. I can take Smithers.
He's got a couple of beetles, actually. One of them is simply saddled with stones and other stuff that you imagine would be used to make a makeshift forge in a moment. Another one is laden with like a lot of precious metals, heavy metals, and things. And then the third one has essentially his living situation, so food, clothes, water. So he's got like these 3 beetles in tow, but it's him and maybe a couple of helpers are helping him travel into town. But you can tell he's got means. But he rolls into town on the outside as we're finding a spot to set up camp.
Every once in a while you hear a hey-ya, hey-ya, as Ginger is hopping around Ember trying to like block off random rays of light.
It's the big one in the sky. I think that's the priority.
Oh. Oh, okay. She tries to stand still.
Do you know how large the shield is?
No.
If you look at Ross's character art, that circle on his back is the shield.
How
It's described
tall is
as
Ross?
It's probably about 6, like just under 6 feet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like a big size.
It's like a 5 foot, almost 5 foot diameter shield.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
described
Ooh,
as
yeah,
a
that's
shield
huge.
nearly as big as me. So
Gotcha.
It hefty. It hefty and it heavy. It a burden.
Am I
a burden I
picking up
carry
something?
willingly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her going yeah. She's gonna
Nice
tire herself
cross.
out real quick.
Well, Cross. It's 2 things actually. It serves 2
also,
purposes.
It's also
It's
it
a
was
lock.
a shield. It was a shield. He moved the handles for the shield portion to the side, so now it's a walk, and he can cook community meals.
It's
That's nice.
dual purpose.
Ginger will dutifully try to keep the shield in one
Hot.
place.
See, there's that laugh again. Anyway, so I imagine that, like, as we are here, Smithers would probably notice Green Sky and his caravan, essentially, and go to, like, make acquaintance. And it could be from him that we learn about the tea shop, since this is probably an area he frequents, being the furthest south that he travels. And then he goes between here and Silver Spring, and he traveled between the 2 locations, hitting up a lot of the towns that we visited along the way as essentially a back and forth caravan, which is why he's particularly good at blacksmithing. He learned it
That
here,
makes sense.
possibly from the very renowned blacksmith.
Ooh. Which he
And-
likes to mention at every bar he's ever been in.
I knew a blacksmith that started a war over a princess to a king.
Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Oh no!
Not Darth Plagueis.
All right. So he sees Green Sky and he's like, "Oi! I know that face." And he like saunters over.
Green himself kind of perks up, going, "Wait a sec, I know that voice."
It's been a minute. How have you and your
Turns
party
ar-
been keeping?
Turns around. Oh, it has. You made the crowds for us, yes?
Yeah, and what a hell of a festival that was.
It indeed was. How have you been keeping on, friend?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Business is booming, the sun is hot, even though I could do with a little less of that, but you know.
I like to imagine he spends winter here because it's warmer,
Mm.
and
Oh, so he doesn't freeze, that's right.
he travels
because
to
frog.
he spends winter here, and then travels during spring and spends summer there, and then travels through fall. So we would have caught him right before he was traveling because he
Right
always
before he
stays long
left,
enough to do the blacksmithing for that event.
He also
Uh-huh,
sounds
uh-huh.
like he likes pizza.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Deep dish.
Deep dish, Chicago style.
Chicago.
It's just pizza casserole. Not really a pizza.
But where's the cheese? It's under the sauce.
Shoot
Now
that
it's
back.
a murder scene.
Is the pizza sin?
No,
I know it says 5 inches.
it's
but still.
a 5N. Yeah, that's 5 inches, sir.
You tell us, M. What is 5 inches?
5 inches in diameter or 5 inches deep?
5 inches long.
What's
Ooh.
happening?
5 inch long pizza? The hell?
We
It's
talking
like those
about
pizza
personal
subs,
pan
you
now?
know, where it's like a sub that you cut in half. And you put all the pizza toppings on it. You bake it.
Anyway,
so-
Smith.
Yeah,
Oh,
Smith,
yep.
Smithers and Green Sky.
It's just a
Uh,
pizza sub.
I can't help but notice one of your group back there is not looking too hot. And he like motions towards Ember.
Who looks too hot?
Yes, by definition. She's definitely not made for this weather. Her skin's not doing too great.
You know, I might have something for that. And he like reaches into like a pouch that he keeps like on his back. And he pulls out what may or may not be just a bottle of aloe vera.
Actually, that would be perfect.
You find a lot of this stuff growing around this region.
I would have to assume, yes. That would do wonders for her. Yes. What could I get you? What can I get for you? For you for it. There we go.
that, was,
It's
that was the sentence.
How about a drink?
that was trading at its finest.
When you roll a nat 1 on a charisma score, but there was no chance of failure.
A drink to catch up sounds like a good trade. Indeed.
Perfect. I'll finish getting my beetles all set up and I'll meet you guys in town.
Alrighty. Who wants to lather Ember up?
I
He
think
just looks.
he
To
lathered
he just looks to the crowd.
Ember, do you want to lather yourself up.
What?
So we've got this gunk. And it'll make your skin feel a lot better. It smells nice.
She like takes a whiff at the air, hoping it's nearby enough to smell.
Ginger gets it closer.
Well, it's not appalling.
It's
Sure,
green.
it's like lotion.
Yes.
He,
It's gonna feel really cool.
Taryn hears Ginger say it's green to Ember and like gives her like a little like nudge.
Ginger really likes to explain things to Ember, whether she understands them or not.
All right.
Do you need help?
Sounds good to me. I think I've got it. Should we settle down first? Instead of doing this in the middle of the street?
I mean,
Yeah, we'll get you inside.
I-
Don't worry.
I have my stall picked assorted here. Yes, let's go find that, and we'll get you straight.
yeah, this aloe and some water would probably be a good time.
Lord.
I like to imagine that like we end up in the same like huddle, like I was describing, little caravan huddle, as Roland. Was it Roland? No, Roland was the crazy guy. What did we call this guy? Smithers.
Myth. Yeah.
Smithers.
As Smithers, but because
Smithers
he has like 3 beetles on his own and 2 helpers, it's just us and him. Can't fit anyone else at this huddle. But yeah, she'll find a spot where she feels she's out of view, and will start to put on the presumably lotion-like slime.
I'll kind of block her from the street with the shield. And let her know that I've got her blocked off pretty well.
And Rose, wanting to help, will like stand next to you with her, with like her cloak in both hands, like outstretched.
Nice.
Because it would take both her height and the shield's height to actually cover up the almost. I believe I said almost 9 feet tall.
Yeah. Thereabouts.
She tall.
Yeah.
She a big
only-
girl.
Well,
The
she's
only
small,
person
but she
even
tall.
close.
The only person close is our draft. But yeah, she puts that on, and I believe that helps a lot. She's a little, she looks a little greasy, but otherwise, because she doesn't know to rub it in until it, stops being shiny. She's just like, it feels cool, it's working. There's globs of it in places, but she's like, it must be working.
Can I, Ember, can I help you with that? There's some of it that's like really thick.
Yes, it is very thick, isn't it? Sure, if you don't mind.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like fix
Aaron
it up
chuckles
just a
to
little
himself.
bit so she doesn't look like she's made of mucus.
Taryn hears Ember say,
It is not slime. It is mucus.
That is like one of my favorite Disney movies.
Taryn hears Ember say, "Yeah, it is a little thick, isn't it?" And he chuckles to himself.
I'm gonna look down at Rose, girl squad. I'm gonna give her a thumbs up.
And she like gives you a big smile, big toothy grin.
Ember has this moment where she's like, she feels almost distant from the thought because she realizes that she can never be truly that feminine nature. She just doesn't understand enough about it.
I
It
look
always
at
seemed
Ember
like
and
such a physical thing.
Can I see your hand, Ember?
She's like holding up her hands, fingers spread, like
So
you're
I put her hand
patting
into
her
a
down
fist.
for a search.
So I put her hand into a fist, and then I put her thumbs up, and I say "girl squad," and then I like bump her fist.
Oh. She like looks in at her hand and like twists it. She's like, that feels weird. But cool. And she like holds her hand up and almost punches the wall in front of her, but she
And I kinda
she
grab
misses
it.
it.
Girl squad.
Girl squad.
Girl squad.
So I imagine if Amber puts her fist out, like me and Rose go up to meet it.
Yeah. she just like does her like big bunny hop to like get up there.
To
Girl
get even.
squad.
Yeah.
See, Ginger can reach it because if she holds her hand out directly ahead of her, that hand is approximately 7 feet in the air. So it is right at the top of your head. Or no, she's got an extra. No, she's got a normal sized neck. So yeah, in her case, her shoulder is at about 7 feet, which is right about where your head height is. So you can reach up for it.
So that's a one heck
But,
of a jump for Rose.
Rose
She
is
is a
like,
rabbit.
"Oof."
Yeah,
I
she
don't think
gets
she can
maybe
miss
like
it.
I feel like she gets like 1 or 2 of those a day.
Yeah.
That is a wind up and max height jump.
Maybe a jump off the wall as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Give
go.
it a springboard.
I look at her like, keep drinking your milk. You'll catch up.
She's doing the super duper loop de looper alley ooper bounce.
That is impressive.
The more you try, the more you fly, and that's what really counts.
She got herself some fucking Skechers.
I love that rhymed, by the way.
Yes.
Wait, you guys don't know what that's from?
No.
No.
That's from the Tigger movie.
Oh.
Oh, why
never
did
watched it.
no? Oh fuck! Wait, who didn't watch it?
Me.
I don't think I ever
Foxy.
did either.
It's
Your guys' heart is still whole.
I wouldn't describe it as that, but okay.
I
The
love that
Tigger
movie, but it's
movie.
so sad.
Oh my god! I sobbed the third time I watched it. Like it still got to me.
I feel that way about almost like all Winnie the Pooh related content though.
I know, but those are like wholesome sobs. This was like a Tigger Y. He straight up almost died.
He really did.
Mm.
We'll have to watch it sometime.
Mhm.
Anyway, where does that leave us? We have saved
You still
Ember
have
from
to
the heat.
get a drink.
And yes, we were offered a drink.
I am all for it. We've been out in this hot sun for I would assume at least a couple hours by now. I would love a cool drink, a beverage, if you will.
I'm imagining we find this like open air bar, kind of like hole in the wall, and we just sort of like waltz in, like grab a table in the shade. Oh god, I'm kind of seeing like we've got a mixture of like glass paneling, and also for some reason I'm seeing like neon signage.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, they do deal with electricity here. Ooh,
Yes.
what if the moths like their thing glows at night and it like strobes almost, but like in a direction, like an arrow going down.
Mm.
Ah,
I
Okay.
didn't think about the fact that there's electricity here.
Well, it's hard to tame lightning. Bear
Yeah.
that in mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
have you heard the legend of the lightning in the bottle?
We've made it into a tacky sign.
Somebody
The
said
pinnacle of technology.
In fact, that's the name of the bar.
it. Tacky sign or lightning in a bottle.
Lightning in a bottle.
So that
Perfect.
feels better.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we've got lightning in a bottle. I like it. I like it a lot. And I think the tender Shall be second lion, perhaps lioness.
Ooh.
Lioness bartender, I like it. Yeah.
I like it.
Do you need a kith sheet?
Do we want to make another Kith? Do we want to make her a thing?
I think so.
Let's
We
make
might
her
be able
hot.
to use this. Ember's like, everything here is hot. Who wants to be?
I
Or
had
you
my
guys can all
turn.
work together. Let's see. Quiz.
Yes,
Hi.
Quiz, it's your turn.
Because Yagoki made our blacksmith.
What about Sasha?
Ooh,
Ooh. Okay.
like the Baron Cohen.
There we go. Motherfucking.
I know these things don't want to cooperate sometimes.
I know.
All right, so we have Sasha the lioness.
Is it EL or LE?
For what?
Or
Bottle. That
LE.
looks better.
LE, yeah.
Haha, nice. Okay, let's see. I have to bring up that thingy. There it is. Okay, so I need to find, what am I looking for? Characteristics or
I think we're doing traits.
traits? That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Boop, boop, ba-da-doo, boop, boop, ba-da-doo, boop, boop, ba-da-doo. Traits.
And I think
Yeah.
crafty is kind of going to be a go-to trait for a lot of people in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Same as the last one.
Makes sense for a
Um,
bartender.
It's essentially what this is the tea fresco tea bar place.
I kind of like sturdy.
For
Sasha. Like she has kind of a mom bod.
ooh. Okay. I'm seeing it, envisioning it.
Physical traits. Let me find what that actually says. Oh, this is look really good. A sturdy kith can be depended on when times are tough. They are often carpenters, spinsters, and dockhands. They can support something in danger of collapse, push something concerning aside, or exert yourself to protect someone else.
I kinda like the idea that like she breaks up bar fights.
Yes. She's got like a few scars.
Damn, she's a badass. I love her.
Turdy. Thank you, computer. That's what I wanted to put.
That laugh in the background.
God, my husband just chortling at my expense.
As husband do.
Stop giggling.
I mean, what other reason do you keep him around for?
That's fair. Oh, yes. Waffle House night waitress. No, I get it. The one that like caught the chair and like flipped it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm missing some context here.
You've
It's a
never seen that
video.
video? It's so
Ross, do you
good.
think you can find it?
I'll look for it.
Now, What was the first one we thought of? It was like inquisitive or crafty. We'll piece together.
Crafty was kind of like the go-to, but you got other options. It's kind of
There's
a given
also-
that she can make stuff. If you gave her that one and like you got a lot of traits, you could even randomize it if you wanted to do like sturdy, but then a random one to like shake things up because you can roll dice to figure out one as well.
Yeah, we can try that. I was also thinking honest. They always say what's on their mind. They're often bay weavers. I don't know what that is. Bookbinders and clerks. They can lay out the facts as you see it, point out the truth everyone else has been ignoring, and ask, "Do you want my opinion?"
So want my opinion and lay out the facts. Definitely for a bartender.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to the... Well, we'll do this one then, it's fine. And we'll leave her... Oh, hello. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, she can always... There we go.
Okay, this isn't the original video, but you see it happen like right away. Put it in here.
Yes, I like that. You want to know what I think, hun? But too bad.
Oh.
Like, it's such a crazy catch.
It really is, though.
Okay. Yeah, I had put that in my memory, I guess.
It's so good.
That's actually a Philly D video. Yes, that is something she'd say. Like after a patron gets done spilling their story for of the day, pour them a fresh cup.
You want to know what I think about that?
Yeah. Calls everyone hun.
Okay. I'm not sure what to put for details.
In details is where you'd put like where do they work? Do they have a particular voice? Details, quick details.
There we go. Has a few scars, known for her brutal honesty, and you don't mess with her at work.
I like it.
All right, we have Sasha.
We did it. We made the first female Hrothgar.
Yeah.
Yes! I got my Hrothgar! Woo! Like how you guys were like, make her hot. And I was like, yes, buff as hell.
I
You're
mean,
right.
I see no difference. I see no difference between the two.
All right, so now we have Jewel, Roland, and Sasha. We're building out this place full of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Helps the place feel more alive, you know?
E.
All right, so I'm assuming that we walked in. She was busy wiping down tables, and she's like, hey, let me see. Does she want an accent? Does she want an accent? Does she want an accent? Hello, right this way. Just come on in. You can sit over there outside.
Ooh,
I'll be right there in a sec.
she's Australian.
Absolutely. Fight.
All right, we all kind of scurry in there and sit down. What'll it be?
God, we don't have Coke. I was I was about to say like a rum and Coke, and I was like, wait a minute, we don't have Coke in this world.
I'm
We have
really
a rum on
good.
the bubbly.
All right, that works.
All right, cut that down.
I'll have a lemonade.
All right, we got the lemon.
We'll also take the rum and bubbly for me and my friend here.
Got another rum and bubbly. Ginger also loves that. That sounds fantastic. Francisco just wants ice.
Just to crunch ice.
Yeah. Just ice.
I like the way it feels in my mouth.
Okay then.
I don't know why that's what Francisco sounded like in my head.
He's got a deep,
Sus.
slow voice.
Sus? I mean, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, just a little sauce.
Imposter.
All right.
Bro.
What about the tall one in the hat? What you want, dear?
I'll also take. Can I get half lemonade, half sweet tea on ice?
Oh, Arnold Palm, I've got you.
He exists in this world.
He
He's
does.
an armadillo.
He's
Oh my god, I love
famous.
that actually.
Yes.
Some people say they've met him. Out wandering in the desert,
Occasionally
Sahara.
rolling.
just mixing random things. Anyway, all right, I've got your drinks. I'll be back.
I like to think that as you were saying that, like, she just started like staring off in the distance for a second,
Yeah.
and then snapped back to reality.
Like
Oh, there goes
her
gravity.
one of her whiskers kind of like twitches, and she's like, all right, let's go.
There goes gravity. It's got me.
Keep them on their toes.
You hear like a crash sound from the kitchen. Alright, stop it. And then a big thump.
Like a bonk. Boom.
Yeah. Like a thud of like someone's body hitting the floor. We're not doing this again. You're not, no. Get back here. You see someone run out the door with lemons. God damn it. And she throws a chair, which takes them out at the knees.
Lemons everywhere.
Is this
And
a
she
reminder
goes
that
out
theft
there.
is a problem here?
Puts her hand on the back of this person's neck, pushes them on the ground and says, pick them up.
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
Put them back in the kitchen.
Like
Is this like a
immediately.
little fox?
Yes.
You're gonna scrub dishes for the rest of the day for that, you little shite.
Aye, ma'am.
All right, sorry, I'll get your drinks out. Radio. She's got like 7 different accents, just so you know.
This
Of
poor
varying
Fennec.
levels of intimidation. We
This poor
haven't
Fennec
heard
really
the
thought
Irish
he was.
come out.
He really thought he was gonna be a lemon stealing whore, but
No, not the lemon side. Sure do hope there's no lemon stealing whores.
that video makes me cry every time.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
It's really.
I like how
it's so
chipper and
dumb.
happy they are, and then they see her and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Lemon stealing whore. uh,
All right, she comes out, 2 trays, all the drinks, same time.
whew.
We have several bubblies. We have just ice, and she kind of looks at him. All right, I'm not gonna use your ice. We have lemonade. These lemons are very fresh, and she kind of looks pointedly at the kitchen. Anyway, and your Arnold Palmer. All right, are we looking for any food? Snacks. We have a special.
Oh, what's the special? What's the
It's
special?
fish.
Accidentally use your voice there.
I was asking as me, and then I realized, wait a minute, I should be asking a character like
Oh,
halfway
sorry.
through.
Hold on. Let me Squiz pull out my little notebook here. Well, we've got we call it the honeydew fish. It's quite interesting. It's like almost perfectly round and it's green. It has a weird we serve it cold. All right? And it's got, of course, lemons. We have a lot of lemons. We like our lemons here. Again, she looks. Everyone likes our lemons here. But yeah, it's very fresh for a hot day like this.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds great. I'll have one of that to share.
Nice. And we have our cactus jalapeno poppers. But those are for more spicy individuals.
Does Francisco like spicy food? Wait, no, he's
sucking
crunching on ice. You're right.
He looks at you, says nothing.
Just like slowly crunches on one cube.
One of Francisco's things that he can always do is stare at someone till they get the point.
Keep staring.
Point taken.
He stares at Ginger for a long time. Sometimes nothing happens.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Are they vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, locally sourced peppers? Aye. Yeah, they are. Picked it myself. Over there. She points at a
Over
quaint little
yonder.
garden.
Aw.
Yeah, I garden in my free time.
What
of
of
it?
it? Yeah. As they're having that conversation, Smitheris makes his way inside.
Smitheris. Smiths. The Smithster. You want usual?
Yeah, Shirley Temple.
All right. I imagine Shirley Temple was also like in this thing, but she was, you know, that dog in Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
Okay,
She's
which
Lady.
one?
I
Oh,
think
lady.
that.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
there's a lot of
you know
dogs
that-
in that movie.
You know that lion from The Lion King?
Yeah, that's my favorite. Specifically, Lady.
Yes.
Yeah, a Cocker Spaniel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yales.
A wee Pip.
And after he orders the Shirley Temple, Smither is kind of like looks at Green's kind of like, what? Just because I'm a Smith doesn't mean I don't like soft things.
I,
I hear that.
I suppose I have 2 drinks for myself.
Oh, I thought you were ordering for Keen Rain.
No, he's too young.
Wait a minute,
He
wasn't
drank
too.
at the last town.
He ate. He regressed.
Rose is stealing his age. She's getting older and he's Benjamin buttoning.
Men can be soft. Bunny dabs. Good job.
Are we keeping
So
that?
much
Or...
nervous laughter.
It's up to you. Do you want to retcon that or?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay.
Snuck a drink when he was in the last town, but now all of a sudden he's like, no, not here.
Yeah.
I like to imagine he thinks he's done something wrong and is looking through all of his notes feverishly to figure out what it was.
Okay, where did I go wrong?
Well, you can have a water if you wanna. We also got the Arnold Palmer. Or
And Arnold
just
for the
ice?
boy. Yes.
Oh, just the Arnold? That's just
Yeah.
tea.
Hey, Arnold.
I'm sorry. That got
God.
me in a way I wasn't prepared for. Just the Arnold. We prepare the Arnold and the Palmer separately.
Are you gonna make it?
I don't know.
Has this been an emotional roller coaster for
Is-
you?
Sasha's very much someone that takes things very literally. All right, so she comes out with the extra Arnold Palmer, the Shirley Temple, and the 2 entrees. Which the melon fish, they're separated in little green cubes with toothpicks sticking out of them, and they have what looks like sugar crystals on top. They have a fresh kind of sweet with a little bit of a salty taste to them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird fish.
Weird fish. All right. Well, and Taryn takes one toothpick and like motions for Rose to take one, and she does. And he's like, "Cheers!" And they kind of like clink them together.
Ginger looks at oh, sorry.
And they just like take a bite, their bites at the same time.
Ginger kind of nudges Ember. They're green.
Green sounds like a lovely color when you describe it.
Mm-hmm. Here, and I give her one. I think they're sweet.
They are, in a salty kind of way.
Chomp.
Well,
Little tears. They're so good.
it's definitely one of the weirder fishes I've ever had, but fish is fish.
Alright, yeah, it is a fish. Alright. Are you just doing entrees? Just have a little snack, or are we actually eating something here? It's good either way. I'm not trying to rush you. I keep having to emphasize that with people.
I do believe this is just a catch-up meal. More drinks than anything else.
Oh, alright. I'll keep them refills coming then. I'll just be on my way. She goes to the back of the kitchen again. You hear the clattering of dishware. He's all clean enough. Look at these specs, you little shite. Do it again. You gotta do it right this time, or I'll squeeze you like one of these lemons.
Yes, ma'am.
So much for
Legend
calling everyone
says
hun.
She squeezes the lemons between her thighs.
God.
Oh no. What have we done?
So you have Ginger's gonna look at Smitherus.
Smithers.
Smitherus.
Smitherus Black.
Smitherus Black.
Yes.
Smithers, you have 3 beetles. Is that hard to keep up with?
Normally it would be, but I have my assistants to help me keep them wrangled.
Oh, how fancy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good operation I've got going. You know, we get to travel all over the place, and as a result, we've got a whole bunch of different items that are, some would say, of high value. I was looking for another word, but I couldn't find it, so...
Exotic.
I
maybe?
understand.
Exotic, there we go.
I understand.
It's like, I understand. Looks over.
She thinks she's whispering. She's not.
And you see, for a smith like myself, having the best possible materials is really what makes the crafts as good as they are. I mean, having some skill is also never a downside.
I can agree with you wholeheartedly there.
Exotic butters.
Where did you learn your craft? She says, dig for lore.
That we already decided. Give us the lore dump lore, man.
Well, you see, I don't tell this to everyone, but
Roll for deception.
It's right
What was
smack
it?
dab in the middle.
3.
Some people believe, some people don't.
Ginger 100% believes you.
well,
You hear Sash in the back. There he goes again.
I was trained. I was classically trained by the greatest smith on this side of the continent. He's
Ooh.
actually here. Now, I can't tell you everything, but there's a whole story about who he was and what he eventually became. But I don't want to bore you with all those details.
Tell me. Ginger is enthralled.
Well, I mean, if you insist.
He takes a long sip of his
He's
Shirley
giving
Temple.
me the energy of the Baron from The Princess and the Frog. He's literally well-meaning. He is not at all disingenuous, but he has this, like, knows his worth kind of.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's just he's kind of he's grandstanding a little bit.
But he also earned it because he's actually good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, it started a long time ago. It was no more than, well, some debate how old he was at the time, but the way I heard it, he was around, say, 30 summers. That's not the season we use in this world.
I understand what you're saying.
Speak, magic man.
I don't know your brand man.
Brand man.
You see, he was the finest crafter of his day. And on top of that, he also had beautiful daughter. Some say that although she was a ravishing beauty that would glisten in the sunlight, what truly shined was her own talent for crafts.
An entrepreneur.
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 Mm.
They say she had a bright, bright future ahead of her. So, too bright, some might say.
Did something happen?
Well, that light caught the attention of what did we call him?
King
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man, just the king. Oh, King Iron Man.
Yeah, because it was named after him.
His
Yeah.
last name, who's technically his last name is Iron Maiden, but you know,
Yeah.
his first name is lost to lore.
I'm glad the brand man just has a space in your brain now.
Well, she caught the attention of old King Iron Mane. And now, the king, he was a very, how you say, possessive kind of man.
Ugh.
He only saw her worth through her beauty, not from the things that she could make or the makeup of her character. So he tried to woo her with gifts, lavish gifts. One of which was, I have to go reading for it. Where is
It
it?
was a circlet.
Crown.
Okay. One of which was a circlet of gold inlaid with precious jewels.
Wow.
And the way that he would express all of these beautiful flowery language to say that he adored her for the way that she looked, but never once did he even bother to think of all of the things that she could do, the thing that she took pride in most. So to show how she felt about being disregarded for what she truly was, she destroyed the circlet of gold.
No.
And
Was
that
the king mad?
Oh, he was mad in a sense. They say he went a little crazy after the incident. And so he kidnapped her, locked her away in a tower. And naturally, my master, being the kind of guy he was, wasn't gonna let that slide. So
Now he's starting to sound like a mobster.
I was about to say he's slowly becoming more and more Chicago blues.
yeah, see, he wasn't gonna let that slide. See,
We're gonna let that slide.
The family had to have a word with him and his kneecaps.
Bring apart the family.
yeah. So we ordered that whack on him, and then we sent his wife some flowers. See.
Oh,
We're
no.
nice people.
Where? Okay, locked in a tower. Wasn't gonna let that slide. Okay.
Blacksmith wasn't having any of it.
So, being that he was no fighter, he decided that he was going to fight back and get his daughter back in the one way he knew how. And that was smithing. So he smithed himself an army of metal soldiers to fight and take his daughter back.
That's so cool.
And then, no one knows.
What? Where's the army?
Still in the castle from what I hear.
She looks to see if she can see where the castle is now.
Oh,
I'm
you
assuming
couldn't
we
miss
could probably see it from here.
It's always looming in the distance.
Are you talking about
Ominously.
that looming, ominous castle right there?
In the
With
distance.
with the Death Mountain circle of clouds above it.
The one and only.
I want to see one.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that, sweetheart.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, they say they're still active, and they're none too pleased about being stuck there for so long.
Castle from that story.
Big yellow floating around.
But there's clearly a side quest over there.
There's
There's a waypoint right there.
a freaking waypoint.
Ginger is nodding, but Francisco knows that that is the nod that is going to get her in trouble later because she is going in one ear and out the other.
Now, let me make myself clear here. No one goes into the castle. No one except for trained professionals, mind you.
She's halfway up the mountain already. Trained professionals.
I hear this town has its own guild of adventuring types that go in to retrieve materials or dangerous artifacts, but
Ginger's having a flashback of
Oh,
Taryn.
that's so Raven moment.
yes, where Taryn is telling her, yeah, you kind of look like an adventurer.
Oh no! No!
Oh dear.
it's best to leave such excursions to the professionals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Taryn is looking like visibly concerned and like a little sniffly.
Anxiety. Rising.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know a way to get in there, so. I mean, the whole thing is walled off, and the gate hasn't come down in years, so.
Oh, there's a gate.
Yeah, the gate hasn't come down in years.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling I've said too much.
Well,
Just like the leg slap.
The Midwestern goodbye. Oh no.
I
did
think I'd
that
better
today.
get out of here.
You try.
Thank you, Sasha, as always.
Uh-huh. You actually gonna pay your tab this time?
Oh, my friend's here's got it.
And he like just like kind
Are
of
you
trots out the
sure?
door.
Sasha's gonna walk up. I don't think you're gonna like this.
To Green
And
Sky.
she kind of slips the bill upside down to Green Sky.
How much does he?
I'm sorry
Fix
for
it
your
up.
loss.
Oh no.
And then just bolts after him to yoink him back.
He is like full sprint booking it.
Just anime moment. Cloud of smoke. To pull him back, kicking and screaming.
Meanwhile, back inside, Taryn is looking at Ginger. Is like,
You're not seriously thinking about doing what I think you're doing, right?
Oh no. She's staring at the mountain.
Okay. I think I'm gonna need that shield back.
She can't hear you. She's not looking at you.
Peaches.
Oh God, what's Peaches? Oh, thanks.
Kind of looks around to see who's looking, like who's making eye contact with her to try to figure out who was talking to her.
Everyone but Ember is currently making eye contact with you.
Oh,
Ember's doing that Kermit the Frog tea thing. But it's entirely unintentional that she's facing away from you guys and happens to be sipping the tea.
that's none of my business.
oh, everyone was talking to me. I'm sorry. What?
I'm gonna need my shield back.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Junk.
Thanks. He like straps it back along his back. You can see like his shoulders kind of like sag a little bit as the weight comes back.
The weight of responsibility. Ginger's gonna look back at Smithers. I'm definitely gonna talk to that guy later. Look. She doesn't hide her feelings very well.
Here comes Green Sky back with
A Smithers in
Smithers in tow. It's like
Hey, Smithers is back.
You earn plenty. You will pay. I'm not covering for you.
Hey, come on! I did you a good turn. What's the matter?
One good turn deserves another. Yes, but this is far beyond.
Sasha is just like clicking her tongue, like, goodness. All right, boys, someone's paying up.
All right,
She's
fine.
like bussing tables at the same time.
He like reluctantly like pulls out like a small like satchel of coins and like plops it onto the counter.
Big Ebenezer Scrooge energy when he had to give coins to the
Grumble.
what do you call it? The mortician at the start of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Around. God damn it.
I can't believe I made a character dine and dash on you. It's funny how that happened so organically because like that was not my intention whatsoever, and
Right.
and then
yeah.
and then here comes Sasha making the the illusion that the tab was way bigger than we thought it was.
I think that's my favorite part of this game. It's just the bullshit roleplay.
Yeah.
You can do all the things that would just be honestly too crazy to do otherwise.
Because if we had to actually worry about an economy, then we'd be too busy thinking about that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
numbers and yeah, I know.
We
it's
know
just
we're
like,
going to be taken care of, so we can mess around more.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I spent all of my gold. Now I'm going to starve to death on my way to the goblin camp.
I'm going to eat the goblins because that's the only food I can afford.
Ham.
That would not be his reason. He would, yes, still eat the goblins.
I know he would.
No, he has money. It's just a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a preference.
All right. Tab's paid. Your friend's gone. Y'all good?
I'm gonna need a second. After that,
You okay,
All
Green
right.
Sky? I didn't think
second
you could
drink.
run that
That
fast.
is. Second drink. That is.
Coming up. Anyone else need refills?
Oh, I'll take one.
I'm okay.
All right. More bubbly, says Ginger. All right. She's gonna water it down.
Are you feeling all right, Green Sky? I don't think I've ever seen that tail of yours move that quick.
He learned under the last guy. Oh, who was it? That chef.
Oh.
He picked up a few tricks.
Yes. And that tab was far larger than I have made in a season.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That was the line that got me. And we didn't have to give any numbers. That's what's great. We didn't have to go through some mental gymnastics of what would be a large sum of money to my players right now.
No, it was just large, and that's all we
It
had
was
to know.
just large.
Yeah,
It was large.
it was lowered.
All right. She comes out, more drinks, does a little spin, drops them off around, grabs up the empty cups. Very practiced hand. All right. Check on my other patrons and I'll be back.
Rose is kind of looking around at the decor of the place. And she's like seeing there's like a shelf with some really big trophies hanging out.
They like wrestling trophies.
I was thinking rugby, but both could work.
Rugby is just football with more wrestling.
Yeah.
I imagine you see a picture of a much younger looking Sasha with like a black eye holding up a rugby ball.
Yeah. Just like big smile, like still wearing her like
Missing-
mouth guard.
Missing one lower fang. You realize she doesn't smile a lot anymore.
Aw.
Intimate football?
Rugby is intimate football. Oh my
I
gosh.
mean,
Light bulbs. God.
Oh,
There's like other. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was good.
Did you guys ever figure out about lodging?
yes, we did. We have a.
Would have been rough to dine and
stall-
dash and then have a tent next to the other people you dine and dash the whole time you're staying.
I don't think he was thinking that far ahead.
Exactly how Green Sky knew where he was.
Hey, I mean, no one said that frogs were good at hiding.
We have a stall set up outside on the outskirts of town where they have all of the beetles set up. Yeah, we have several tents, one for the ladies, one for the chillins, and one for the adults. Or the men, excuse me. And we have ample comfort in those tents.
All right.
Ooh, fancy tents.
Sounds good to me. Honestly, if we were stuck in a brick and mortar house, it might get too hot. Plus, this way we get to keep an eye on your stuff.
Precisely why I like this a little more than the last place we were.
The last place you were literally sleeping above your place. See, they had the same idea, just a different approach.
I imagine it was a lot more muggy. This is a dry heat.
Well, gee.
While you were saying like, oh yeah, this is where like all the Beatles are together. In my head, I was just like, John, are we lost?
Oh, jeez.
They're just like wandering.
A game of Wanderhome where everyone picks one of the Beatles and bases a character off of them.
And they never know where they're going.
They're just there for the ride. They are the ride.
Where did we park the yellow submarine?
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, I think it's about time we head out there, right? Because we got to make sure we set up the tent before it gets too cold.
Yeah. We gotta get out and do stuff, says Ginger.
I love that you can tell how Midwestern this entire chat is because of the amount of times we've lost track of the story and the Ross goes, all right.
And Green Sky's kind of hiccuping as he directs everyone towards the tents.
You had a little lot there, Green Sky. Buddy.
Well, he's had it kind of rough today.
My coin purse flashed before my eyes.
I guess you could say he had a little bit of a chaser after his drink.
Nice. She goes to high five.
Taryn meets you.
Yeah.
I think all the leaves are brown.
Crazy.
And the sky is gray, and the sky is gray.
Hey, I've been for a walk
On a
What?
winter's day.
on a winter's day.
I am
I-
so confused.
You haven't heard that song?
I don't think so.
It's California Dreamin'.
Oh.
California dreaming.
On such a winter's day. Now, if I made it harder for you to remember, I don't blame you.
I have no excuse to not know that song.
Mhm.
You know, when you kind of live there.
I'm gonna look for Smitheris.
You're gonna look for him?
Yes, I assume he's here with the bugs. That's where we were heading back to, right?
Yes.
It's literally like you guys are all sharing a campfire. That's how close together everybody would be, I imagine.
bonfire.
Yeah.
A real awkward bonfire.
Green Sky just sitting there going,
But I'm sure Smithers is like trying to laugh it off.
It's like,
Like,
what?
oh,
It was a
was
joke.
prank. Yeah, you were definitely gonna go back, right?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't leave an old friend hanging like that.
That
Not
was
having
spot
it.
on.
And the accompanying laugh from Green Sky was precisely that. Just very exaggerated, very think I know you better.
He's like, come on, lighten up. And he like gives you like a big like pat in the back. Who knows? Maybe I'll have something you'll need again in the future.
Hey, do
After-
you make armor?
Do I make armor? Do you know who you're talking to?
The great and powerful Smithers.
He like puffs up his chest. He does like the like the frog like croak. Yeah, that's right.
I just wanted to make sure you had like a big and tall section.
Well,
Oh, also, do you have like a shawl or like you could make a shawl for my tall sunburnt friend?
He like takes a like an up and down look at Ember. You know, I'm no weaver, but and then he like motions one of his assistants over. I think we might be able to scrape something together for you. Now, as for armor, you said, what exactly do you have in mind there, Missy?
Hero armor. She has no idea what she needs.
Happen to have any masks shaped like any rock people?
Wow, that would really help. How convenient.
Well, I don't know if a suit of armor is gonna be real helpful to moth tender like yourself. I mean, do you find yourself wrestling many moths or?
Yeah. Moths with knives.
Moths with knives.
Yep.
I'm just imagining the video where someone handed a crab a knife.
Yeah. They can be deadly. You know, one person decided to teach a moth hand-to-hand combat for them to travel safely throughout the wild, and then they taught other moths, and now there's a moth death squad.
But moths don't have hands.
They learned how to use tape.
It kind of takes like a sideways glance at like
Anyone else?
Francisco was trying so hard not to laugh.
Well, are you sure you want armor out here? You know, it gets crazy hot during the day, and armor can get pretty
Oh.
heavy.
You're right. What about something light? Do you have like a light, maybe like a leather armor, like just like a main
Armor?
piece? Armor
Leather
to avoid me from
armor.
harm.
It's armor you wear that hurts you instead of protects you.
It's got thorns. Every time
On
you like
the
shift, it's
inside.
just like ow, ow, ow. Wearing my armor. Oh
My
no.
armor protects me from harm.
Well, I might have something. And he like
It's just
Like,
dress
sort of
clothes,
like-
yeah.
he like half like hops, half walks back to like one of his Beatles bags. Armor that hurts you instead of helps you. That's just dress clothes.
When
Huh.
I was in band in high
Ouch.
school, they gave us these dresses, these black dresses with big ass poofy shoulders that was really, really tight. and I was the only girl in the entire brass section, which normally I didn't stick out that much because I was a little stick of a person and I didn't really act girly. And then they'd put me in that fucking dress,
Mm-hmm.
pouted the whole time.
I understand. I mean-
俺はわかるか?
It could have been worse. At least it wasn't a corset, right?
It felt like it.
Oh.
Because all the moms were like, I'm gonna put you in a dress and you're gonna be so pretty. And I always wore baggy clothes because I didn't like looking like a girl. They were like, oh, show off your figure. And it's like, it's a stick, woman.
Do
I
not
plant
perceive
these.
my body.
I've planted these. These arms are piercing weapons.
So he comes back with this it's not quite like what you would expect of like a full leather armor set. It's more like a little bit of like chest. Like what you would imagine a chest plate, but it's made of leather. So you would like strap it like over your shoulders, so that it like protects your chest.
So it looks cool.
It does look cool, yes.
That's all she cares about. This
Like,
is perfect. Her giant eyes are sparkling.
Her eyes are green, right?
They are like a very dark brown.
Oh, right.
So they almost look even bigger because it's just really dark brown into black.
All right. Well, I'm sure I can part with this if it means that me and
and he kind of looks at Green Sky.
as long as we're square.
Ginger kind of slowly turns her head to Green Sky. The like big attempt at puppy dog eyes that she can possibly get.
Green Sky has his hands clasped in front of his face.
Ginger's gonna slowly get closer.
The very much contemplating and serious, like, okay, am I actually going to say yes to this, or am I
This
just
8
going
foot
to...
tall woman is on the ground
right.
looking up at
7
you.
foot tall.
We can call what happened earlier square.
Ah, there we go. See, we're all friends again.
Yeah,
Just
thank you, Green
don't-
Sky.
Just don't do it again.
Keep
Oh,
your
I
staff
won't.
paid.
Cross my heart, Scout's honor, and all that.
Should hop up and give him a big hug, almost lifting him off from where he's sitting.
I did. Oh, okay.
It's gonna be so cool. She kind of drops him and steadies him, and then runs off.
For a giraffe, she's awfully strong.
You've got a lively crew here. Make sure you cherish that while you have it.
He is
Ginger,
visibly lost in thought there for a second.
Aw. Ginger throws on the armor and then runs over to Ember, looks at her, and says, I look cool.
She kind of reaches out her hand.
Ember kind of Ginger T-poses.
She like touches you on the shoulder, reaches around, gives you a pat on the back, and says, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks. Oh, was he able to get a shawl?
One of the assistants is currently working on it.
Ah.
We'll get you. Blah.
Rewind
Tell me
time.
about it.
English.
We'll work on it. We'll see if we can get it to you in the morning.
Thumbs up, she says audibly.
Ember just puts a thumb up because that's how she was taught to do it.
Oh, I look over and I kind of bump her fist.
Positive reinforcement. Taryn notices Ginger's new attire and he like sniffles a little bit like
No,
You just
no,
hear
it's okay, Taryn.
remember,
And she pulls
remember my breathing.
her moth tender pen and puts it on the outside. There you go, all fixed.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I was worried about.
Rose kind of chuckles and like looks to Francisco is like, and are you okay?
I literally can't stop her. I've tried.
I have a feeling this is going to be a repeat. Oh, this is feeling like the witch all over again, right? Yes.
Except this could be a lot more dangerous. Ross said outside of character.
Well, if we want to think of some adventures, we can pick that up next time. It's at about 15 minutes until we'd normally stop because we are 5 minutes to 4 hours. So I feel like this is the end of the first day. We can decide on what we're doing at the start of the next day and kind of take it from there, you know? By the way, we got more art.
Oh, we did?
It's in
We
art
did.
sharing in the Awooters team Discord.
Oh my god.
Where is it?
Art sharing, Awooters Discord.
Wooters. You mean the stream team?
No.
Yes.
No.
Awooters,
Yes?
a Wooters stream team, not
Okay.
the other one.
Not production, yeah. The glass castle full of automated knights. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, loving it.
I love that.
I am taking forever to find it. My apologies.
We do have more
Creative.
fan art, and it's so good.
Creative Corner, Awooters Stream Team Discord.
And speaking of, I let you guys kind of take the lead on that whole encounter. Went amazing. It was great to listen to. Because I was working on this.
Oh, you were working on something?
This one's going in production, though.
I was really excited that someone else got to pick out my outfit.
Yep, cycle of 2 pictures.
Oh, I don't have the art roll. That makes sense.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
I cannot
that would do
perceive
it.
art.
How
That-
uncouth.
That would definitely do it. Dang. Atlas being fired and rehired the same day. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
She is all leg.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You know what's perfect? Her hand is up in perfect high five position for Rose.
Yes. It looks great.
Yee. Let's see here. So, here we go. We're gonna pop back over to this screen. Let's go ahead and do a bit of an outro. Ross,
Yeah.
what does Taryn think of the new town so far? What are first day impressions, and where can people find you on the internet?
Heron is nervous. There's a lot of wheels in motion that have got him kind of skittish right now. One clear one being, of course, Ginger, especially because
No.
wherever Ginger goes, Rose seems to follow. So that's gonna become an issue. I foresee.
Ooh.
And worse even, Rose got lost already on day one, so
Yeah.
Literally like a couple hours into town.
Yeah.
Not me reading through the things that this place can always do, reading that one and immediately knowing that I was gonna do that.
Oh yeah, no, the second I saw that, I was like, Rose is gonna get taken.
we are taking your daughter.
Taken.
Oh, jeez. Taryn has a
Nice.
specific set of skills.
He does.
He does. Called panicking and being a wizard. I'm the juggernaut. Yagoki, what is Green Sky's first day impressions of Cleargate here? And where can people find you on the internet?
Well, they were good until Smitherson over there went and pulled some shenanigans. But that doesn't really affect the town per se. Definitely shaping up to be not exactly what he anticipated from a market town visit. And then as far as where I can be found on the internet, here on the Purple app, over on the Red app, the YouTubes, I've been shotgunning out content, just trying to catch up with all of the series that are going on my Twitch, and I'm over on TikTok as well, posting up planned reactions where my brain just put out short circuits, and literally everywhere now. Just changed it. It is Yagoki Wolf. It is no longer Yagoki_Wolf on YouTube.
Yay!
Oh, because you're a fox now, right? You've picked the
No.
superior.
No. Just Wolf.
Oh, don't say the words you were gonna say.
Superior bean. The superior
just-
legume.
No.
Legume.
just Wolf. No underscore on YouTube anymore. Just fix that.
Whoa.
And then Ross, the other half of that, where can people find you on the internet?
Oh yeah, I forgot to
you
do
got
that.
called out. Oh,
I forgot to do that. Oops.
Rewinds time.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Ross_the_bear. For as long as
You're gonna change that so fast.
oh, God, I have to. I really do. But you can find me there on Twitter for as long as Twitter continues to exist, which might not be much longer. We'll see. And then of course on Twitch, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as long as I'm not sick. So yeah, I'm streaming again tomorrow. God, it's tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. I was like, what
Yeah.
day is it?
Yeah, we did
What
switch it
day
up.
is it?
This is our first game on a Thursday.
Yeah, so I'm streaming again tomorrow. I'm gonna be finishing up Pokemon Fire Red randomizer. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Fire Red.
Nice. Squiz, what are Ginger's first thoughts? And where can people find you on the internet?
And Ginger is unbelievably excited. She is a big, like, adventure enthusiast. It was one of the things that got her into moth tending in the first place, and she may or may not be doing dumb things next session.
Got it. I'm very excited to see the creative ways we prevent Ginger from coming to too much harm.
It is going to be a time.
God, is it gonna be like one of those animes where the one character's like, I don't know what's wrong, like, there's no traps here, and like there's another character like actively disarming the traps?
It is going to be one of the times of all time.
Yup.
There's gonna be a big booming voice being like, "Do not come any closer," and Ginger just keeps going.
It's
Has
just
no
it's just
idea.
Francisco with a megaphone.
Pay no attention to the turtle behind the curtain.
Nice.
And then
You
Rose
can
is
find
like, Francisco, she can't hear you.
and Francisco's like, I know. I'm trying everything. You can find me on the Twitch and in the Discords. I've been feeling that itch for art, so maybe we'll see an art stream coming up. We'll see.
Ooh, art.
As I have to redo everybody's outfits because everyone changed outfits in the last town.
That's
Yup.
true.
Yeah, I'm also on the Discord, so you can find me in either location. As far as Ember's concerned, she's still uncertain about this place. It almost seems antithesis to her being. So she's very, very much so like, I don't know how long I'd want to stick around. But she feels irrevocably drawn to the party. Like there's something she can learn and something she can teach you, the ultimate role of a guide. And so she's sticking through it. She's suffering, but she's suffering through.
Oh, is she suffering?
The aloe helped. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope that the vibes were all over the place, honestly. I hope that it wasn't just calm. I hope you felt all the emotions. I like to think that we captured that lost child moment rather well.
It's pretty fun.
Poor
It was.
Taryn.
I actually was like in distress for a little bit.
I got to use a token.
Yup.
Yes.
And then I used Taryn's where is my ward against him?
How dare you?
But you'll be able to catch us tomorrow for the D&D stream on this channel. And then the
Yes.
next Wanderhome stream will be the following Thursday. Double check.
On a Thursday.
On the
Thursday.
7th. We'll be holding every week. All the way up until the 28th. And then we're going to switch to every other week. I don't know if that means that we're going to skip the 4th or we're going to go the 4th and skip the 11th. We've still got some scheduling to do. But for the entire month of December, you can catch us here on Thursdays for just chill, cool vibes. Looking forward to next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.